Judge Graves, I'm Kara with Channel 6. We want to talk to you about charging people for weddings.
Tonight, a Call 6 hidden camera investigation exposes a Marion County judge breaking the very rules he helped create.
Our Kara Kinney is now holding that judge accountable and even getting newlyweds their money back. She joins us now with the full investigation. Kara.
That's right, Todd. We exposed Center Township Small Claims Court Judge Michelle Scott using government resources to promote the private wedding business she ran with her husband. Well, she resigned last year, and in response, the courts passed new rules on weddings in an effort to protect your taxpayer resources and the integrity of small claims courts. Well, those rules went into effect January 1st, but we got a tip at least one judge was not following the rules.
After 15 years together, Hosea and Latoya Hunter finally decided to get married. They wanted something small, simple, and cheap, so they headed to their township small claims court.
The church and the big wedding thing, really didn't have the money for it.
The new rules effective January 1st say small claims courts cannot charge for weddings performed on court premises and on court hours. The Call 6 investigators took hidden cameras into all 9 of the Marion County small claims courts.
Looking for some information on getting married
to see if they were following the new rules.
And is there like fees associated with that? Not anymore. Okay.
8 of the 9 township courts either don't charge or the judges just don't do weddings at all.
As a fallout of some of the stuff that happened in Center Township.
But one township did try to charge us for a wedding, Warren Township on Indy's east side.
It's an $80 ceremony fee.
We went back again to make sure we heard that right.
$80 ceremony, $80. Okay. We accept cash, money order, credit cards.
The Hunters paid that fee. Judge Gerald Graves performed the ceremony.
I thought, $80 was a lot. I thought it would have been maybe a little cheaper.
But they shouldn't be charging at all. The Indiana Association of Wedding Officiants helped pass the rules.
I'm very surprised because especially with how public, everything with Judge Scott was, with your investigation, you would think that the judges and their staffs and stuff would know how to follow the rules.
In fact, Judge Graves and other small claims court judges gave their input into the wedding rule-making process. Our initial requests to interview Graves were ignored, so we showed up in court.
We want to talk to you about charging people for weddings. Can you answer a couple questions real quick?
or not?
Well, you're an elected official, sir. I think it's appropriate that you respond. If somebody's in your court and says, hey, I didn't know the rules, would you find that an appropriate response?
A week later, Graves agreed to sit down with us.
Why were you guys charging for weddings?
Well, I was aware of the rule as proposed, but I was unaware that the rule had been passed.
How did you not know about a rule when you were involved in the process of creating those rules?
It's been a lot of rules changes since 2012.
Judge Graves points out several sources he uses to look up rules had old information on weddings. The Supreme Court website, however, did have the correct information.
You know, some might say it's your duty to know what the rules are.
Yeah, and I admit that that the rule that as proposed and as passed was not being followed. It was inadvertent. It was not intentional.
The money charged went into the township fund, and in response to our findings, Warren Township refunded $400 to couples who wrongly paid for weddings, like the Hunters.
We really needed it, so, it's great. It's surprising and it's wonderful.
And the wedding rules also say if a couple asks about a paid wedding, the court staff cannot recommend any particular officiant. But we found the Wayne Township Court handing out these flyers advertising the judge's weekend wedding business for a $125 fee for outside of court. The judge says they've now stopped handing these flyers out, and he has not performed any weddings.
So, Kara, all very interesting. What did the Hunters do with the money you got back for them?
They say they paid their internet bill, they got a $5 pizza and a movie, and they say they actually spent a few dollars giving it to a homeless person. So $80, it's a lot of money to a lot of people. So we were really happy that we could get that money back for those newlyweds.
Very nice.
Great report. Thank you, Kara.
Thanks.